everybody, I'm Carlisle.
This is Carla.
We are
Carla times 2.
We are super excited to continue our dive deep into the world of professional cosplayers. And today we have professional cosplayer Kristin Maddox, also known as Kristin Killtastic. So welcome to the show. And I'm going to just ask you right off the bat, introduce yourself and, tell us a little about yourself and how you got into cosplay. Let's get started.
Oh, wow. You're jumping right on in. Okay. So, Kristin Killtastic, I got into cosplay from my best friend that lives in Alabama. I'm originally from Alabama. So I went home to go visit, and she's like, oh, my God, this is like the coolest thing ever. You're an artist. You're going to love this. And she started like telling me about it and showing me pictures. I was like, this is kind of weird, but cool. I really like it. So we actually did a Doctor Who photo shoot and / Sherlock in my backyard. I ordered stuff from like Amazon and eBay for like Rose Tyler, and then me, her, and our other friend like went into Books a Million and as these characters, and everybody knew what we were doing. I was like, oh, I love this. This is what I needed. And then when I came back home to Colorado, I saw there was a convention coming up a couple of months afterwards called Galaxy Fest. And I was like, I want to do this. So I ended up dyeing my hair red. And I think this was around September of 2014. And I started because I was really into Doctor Who. I just dyed my hair red. I wanted to put a Amy Pond cosplay together. And once I did, it went viral.
I bet, especially during that time. I mean, Matt Smith, Amelia Pond, come on. That was, first of all, Alabama, come on, you got the Southern thing and Doctor Who. Now I know why I was just gravitated. Why I just gravitated. It was like, this is one to interview right here.
We Southerners are as sweet as a sugar cookie.
That's oh, I love it. I love it. So keep going. So Amy Pond, 2014.
Yes, and it kind of took off from there. It got shared on like the BBC official Tumblr page. I got invited to London's New Year's parade. I didn't go because I thought it was a scam. Because I don't know what's happening. People just kept messaging me. I kept seeing my picture everywhere.
Wow.
So that was me like diving into the world of cosplay. And then after that, I started just watching more YouTube videos and doing more research on other cosplayers. I think one of the first ones I saw was Joker's Harley.
Mm-hmm.
And then I experienced Yaya and then Jessica Negri. And then I started watching their videos on how to make things. And then I was like, I can do this. So I made a Rainbow Dash armor set. That's my second cosplay. And it was pretty popular. It didn't go viral or anything, but people loved it. They loved the creativity of it. And ever since then, I keep pushing myself and challenging myself to make bigger and better things.
And for those, we are definitely going to we're going to put a lot of links up and things like that, just to give you an idea. It'll blow your mind, the extent of costumes and creativity, just even beyond just the costumes and the photography and everything else, which we're going to talk about. Just this wonderful creative explosion, that she is. But again, we're going to talk more about that. And so that kind of leads me to my next question. So yeah, I know it's what it is. When you see this, anybody watching, when you go to check these pages, it's going to blow your mind. And every day she's put something new up. And it's just amazing. And she does her own photography, but I don't want to take away and let her tell about that. But it's amazing. So, all right. So talking about creativity, you make your own costumes, right?
Yes. I kind of have a cocktail of costumes. So I will make some, I will buy it, I will thrift it, I will alter it. I kind of do a little bit of everything. But if I'm guesting at a convention, I do make sure that my costume for the big day is one that I am making, and it's something new that I debut at that convention. So no one else has seen it.
Wow. And you're doing, as far as conventions, and just to kind of give an idea, how many are you doing this year roughly?
I think I have 11 or 12. I want to say 11 this year.
So for those watching, 11 to 12 new outfits that nobody's seen before with her. So, think about that times, And 11 years, give or take, or that's crazy.
Yeah, not counting like, the little costumes I buy to keep up like social media content
Oh,
and stuff like that, because you can't produce like handmade crafted costumes like that and keep up social media. Or at least I can't. If you can, you're a wizard. And
I
yeah.
don't know if I've seen anybody else pump out the daily news. I mean, I've seen cosplayers, obviously we follow, and I don't know if I see many people that run the volume that you do on, I mean, just consistently, boom, boom, daily. Maybe once a week, maybe we'll see something or something, but with you, it's every day. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, and it's really funny because you can find inspiration anywhere. If it's a costume or just in your closet and you're like, "Oh, well, this outfit looks a lot like Misty from Pokemon. I can do something with that." Do a casual Misty, keep content up. If it's a really cool makeup you see on YouTube, that's another thing that cosplayers are known for, are makeup transformations. You don't have to put on an entire costume. You can just do your makeup and be something different, something new. And
It's
that's kind of
crazy.
like how I do keep the content up, because costumes are expensive, making things are expensive, but I have a whole closet full of clothes that can be mixed and matched and put together to create a character. Even if I say, hey, this is my original Game of Thrones character, or this is my original D&D character. It's just, creativity is endless. It's everywhere.
You don't look old enough to be saying things like D&D and stuff like that. You don't look old enough. It's like way past. I mean, older than you. Holy cow!
You saw
So,
my Thundercats one, right?
oh, I know. But Thundercats came up in a movie not too long ago, or a TV show. I remember. So that one I
Oh,
guess. Well, I guess D&D did too with Stranger Things. But it's like, holy cow! When I hear these things, I mean, you're so young, and to hear all these things and bringing back things that are favorites, multi generations that transcend the generations. So, I mean, with that, I mean, the amount of content and characters. Do you watch a lot of TV?
I'm I watch a lot of K dramas.
Okay, well,
But
so
yes, I
that's
do. I
okay.
find the animes and stuff that I like and I watch. I get a lot of my ideas from Jake as well, because he's a gamer.
Mhm.
Um,
Right.
yep. And so he'll randomly come out here and be like, "I found something you should cosplay. What is it?" And then we'll have a discussion on it. We'll look at it. I'll check it out. And then if it's something that's feasible, I'll be like, "Okay, I can do this. I can do it. Tell me more about the character. What should I watch?" If people ask me questions. And that's another like a misconception about cosplay too, is that you don't have to know everything about a character. You can cosplay them because they're cute and you like their style.
Has he ever come out and asked you, can you cosplay Nami or Boa Hancock?
No, no, we actually are into One Piece. But I do eventually want to do a One Piece one because it is popular.
It
I
is.
want to touch that base and be like, I did it. This is
Well,
for
there's
not for
so many great characters. I mean, obviously Nami and Boa and Robin,
yeah.
Nico Robin are the three most prominent ones in there, but there are so many other good ones. Like even like Black Maria would probably be really cool for you, where she's partial part spider.
Oh,
So that you might like that one.
I might like that one. I
So
do have
check
Dracula.
that one out. Black Maria. I think you'd really love that one actually. So thinking about all of your cosplay to date, what has been the most challenging cosplay for you so far?
The most challenging cosplay is a no-brainer. I actually have a piece of it right here.
Uh-oh.
I can't pick it up because it's heavy, and so I attached it to the table so it wouldn't fall over. But it is my Tiny Tina. It's
Uh-huh.
all cell shaded. The whole wig is made of foam. It's foam hair. The eyes light up, everything. And it's the
Oh wow.
armor suits, her Crunk Bunny outfit. That had to be the most challenging thing. I did find a love for cell shading when I was
Mhm.
doing that costume, because it's really cool to see a pair of pants just pop and come to life that looks like a cartoon on the ground. And you're just staring at it like, is this real? Did I just do this? it's really an amazing experience to see something like that.
That's funny. It's kind of do with him, and he's on the ground. And I'm like, oh, look, it's comical, and we can make this. And he's like, do that to him. So, all right. So, I mean, you have complexity when you start fresh on a cosplay costume. Kind of walk us through the process. I mean, you kind of started that. You see something, you look at it. I mean, just even you're talking about going in your closet, you look at things and think, like these things can work together and I can do this and that. But, what does the process look like and kind of how long does it take from, inception, or conceiving it through development?
Let's see. If we are going for a costume that I want to make, usually my go-to is fan art because I like to be a little different and touch things that a lot of other people haven't touched yet.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. And another thing is nostalgia because it's not brought to conventions very often.
Right.
So we can use one as an example that I will be starting on very soon. I was scrolling through Facebook and I saw this picture pop up from a artist. Her name is Becca Bombshells, and it's a Ghostbuster.
Oh, wow.
Like steampunk pinup dress, like 50 style steampunk
Yeah.
type thing. And it's so cool. Not only
Wow.
that, it's Janine from Ghostbusters, which takes you way back to like the
Yep.
cartoon and to the first movies. And I'm just like, this is beautiful. This is a beautiful little collaboration of just
Wow.
all these mixed details and mixed like retro stuff to like present fashion, And so I found it. I'm just like, yes, this is what I'm going to do. So I take that idea, I print it off, or I save it on my phone, either or. I had to see it every day in order to stay motivated to do it and talk about it a lot. Motivation is a really hard thing for me because of the ADHD and everything. So I will start a project and then start on something else. And then a year later, that project's still undone and not finished. I'm just like, oh, oops. So,
That's funny. Wow.
and then I just start putting stuff in my cart, like fabrics and stuff, since we don't have Joann's. It's a little more
That's
difficult
right.
to
They
buy.
closed them down, didn't they?
Yep. Yep.
Ooh, what's the backup now?
Right now, I live in Colorado, so we do have a couple of fabric stores. I haven't had a chance to go to them yet, but right now I'm just kind of using online stores.
Okay.
Can't
Yeah, I
really.
wondered about that. I mean, Joanne's had to be like the mecca for cosplay. I
Mm,
mean, everything you could ever want and more.
yeah. It was just a one-stop shop for a lot of
Sure.
cosplayers, and it was budget friendly.
Wow. Now, nostalgia. Have you ever played Sandy from Greece?
Oh, I haven't. I kind of touched that in high school for homecoming week, but that was the
Uh-huh.
last time.
Well, see, because there are two fantastic characters. The one where she's the cheerleader,
Hmm.
and then there's the one, of course, at the end, at the carnival. So I bet that would be a lot of fun to see.
Right? That would be. I feel like I'm more cheerleader, Sandy.
There you go. So
Right?
no, that's cool. That's cool. No, I love the nostalgia part of it. I think, you're right. It's so missing. And I think, a lot of people focus on, more of the new, what's current, which is also good because, it's popular, whether it's One Piece or Demon Slayer or what is it, Dan to Dan now and things like that. You should do, what was it, Momo is the,
Yeah, Momo.
Momo, you should do Momo. Look up Momo from Dan to Dan. Do that one. You'll have everybody. Anybody that's left that you don't have already, they'll be a fan.
Okay. All right. I will put that in my list of cosplays.
Oh, there's so many. Oh my gosh.
And 56.
So you've been to a lot of conventions.
I
You
just
know, I, I,
oh,
I, I know when the other day, last we talked, and Steve, you guys are talking about, oh, when, where are you going to be? Absolutely crazy. Did I tell you she knew Steve?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
was there.
Small world. Oh, that's right. You were there. Small world. Holy cow. So, what's your favorite convention experience so far?
Oh, I love horror conventions, and forgive my accent. I am saying horror, not horror.
Those horror conventions are, down in Vegas, those are quite entertaining,
And they're very sparkly, I heard. But yeah, I like the atmosphere of those because the scariest looking people are the nicest people. And I love it. I have made so many wonderful connections at horror conventions. And people just are allowed to be themselves. They walk in with like this 2 foot tall mohawk and it's all natural and they're all tatted and pierced. And you're like, you don't even have to be in cosplay. You're scary enough already. And I love it.
Yeah, that's kind of funny, actually.
Yeah, it's great because they're so nice. So I really enjoy it. Everybody's super friendly. Everybody wants to talk to you. I sell the most prints at horror conventions. I get the most commissions there, especially if it's a bigger one too.
Right.
Judging the costume contest is my favorite.
So talk about that.
Yes, at horror conventions, everybody's scary. There's blood dripping off of them. They're doing these amazing characters from like Silent Hill.
Oh, wow.
Ring, just these spectacular just characters that they made. And you're like, how did you even get through the door in that? Where's your head? Which one is it? Like, you're trying to guess like who they are. You don't even, it could be your best friend and you don't even know who they are because they're covered. It's amazing. I love it.
Wow. And I imagine you get some really hardcore ones because I've seen some pretty amazing, with like your studio makeup for, special effects and things like that. I mean, I can't even imagine how crazy it has to get.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Black Maria is definitely for you at One Piece.
Perfect.
Woohoo! I mean, she's not scary, here up, but down she's a spider.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you can work with that.
Funny you brought that up because I was thinking about at one point doing the spider from A Bug's Life.
Oh, yeah.
The Black Widow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we did a Pixar meetup last year at FanX Denver, and I just couldn't make it in time, so I made like this super goofy Buzz Lightyear outfit.
Well, I mean, talk about FanX. Maybe we can get you out to FanX out here in Utah this fall.
That would be so cool. I am so down. I need to go to Utah.
Well, we need to work on getting her out in Utah. We've got a couple more coming up, so we need to get you out here.
Yes. Utah, come get me.
And you're right next door. Holy cow! So, when you're preparing for a Comic-Con or an anime expo, what do you do to prepare for it? How do you get yourself hyped up? What's your routine?
I make the things last minute.
Okay, all right.
Therefore, I'm completely hyped up and pumped until I had to put it in my luggage. And I'm just like, do I carry the hot glue gun with me or not?
Oh, Lord. Any malfunctions ever?
Plenty of times. I am such a procrastinator and a last minute cosplayer. Sometimes I take some shortcuts that I shouldn't. There was one time at a convention, I was dressed up as Cubone. It was super cool looking. And then this whole front piece broke. And I'm literally just holding it together with my hand. I run to the bathroom. And luckily, I had this really weird scarf that was able to wrap around it. To it in place until I got to the hotel. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I would have been in Vegas after that.
And then horror conventions, huh?
Oh yeah, honey.
Oh my goodness. I the Southern drawl is something I grew up in the South, so the Southern drawl thing is I always like that. Now, the way I found you, was through social media. And I mean, you popped up there, and I mean, there's a lot of them, but certain people stand out, and you kind of like, okay. So talk to me about how, especially as a cosplayer, how important is social media for a cosplayer?
Social media is very important. It is basically a resume of your work and what you do and how you present yourself to other people. So a lot of conventions will go on your profile and be like, oh, how is she interacting? How is he talking to people? How are they posting? I want to say, I don't think it's about followers anymore. I think it is about interactions and producing content now.
Okay,
And
that makes sense,
so,
actually.
yeah, I think the more content they see, or the more like builds they see, either or, because you do have like your cosplay models and your cosplay makers.
Uh-huh.
Um, it's just how they present themselves to the public and how professional they act, and are they likable, are they being nice to people, are they calling people out, is there drama on their page, stuff like that. I think that's exactly what other conventions or event owners are looking for.
Well, everything I've seen so far has been drama free.
Thank you.
So it's all drama free. As a matter of fact, I'm always like, hey, what's next? What's next?
No,
And even you weren't feeling good one day, and you still mustered up the energy to make it happen. I mean, that's incredible. I mean, I wake up and like, I'm just like, yeah, no, I think nothing's gonna happen today. So
I
no,
feel
but
like that sometimes. I'm just like, I have to post something, because also social media hates us as well, because if we don't post things, then it's more difficult the next day or the next day for us to get views. So
oh,
I have posts that it could be my favorite costume ever, but it'll only reach 200 people. And then I have random posts to where I'm posting a lot on social media, and I will randomly just post a selfie and it reaches 20,000 people. And so you have to kind of keep up that routine constantly, and it's exhausting sometimes. And you want to take days off. Luckily, social media, I believe, Instagram and Facebook both have this scheduling option. So you can schedule your posts now throughout the week and stuff.
yeah,
So it's a little less exhausting to do that. You just
it
have
is nice.
yeah, take a day on Sunday and be like, all right, here's my weekly post, and this is what's going to happen. And I don't have to think about it. Out of sight, out of mind, things are happening. Good.
I didn't think about that. Yeah, I mean, you can always schedule it. I never thought about it. Just burn them out and then. But that's smart. I mean, you get it, and so you keep that consistent. So, I mean, Instagram and Facebook. Where else do you post?
I've been posting a little bit on Bluesky. Instagram
Okay.
will automatically post on Threads for me. I do
Hmm.
have a TikTok, and I'm really bad about keeping up with it. I believe that's it. I also have a
You,
website that I kind of keep updated too. So I try to
and
update that
you
once.
just updated it recently. Really nice, right?
Yeah,
What's that website? And we're
it
gonna have it
is
down in the information as well.
KristinKilltastic.org.
There you go, everybody. Kristin Killtastic. And I'll tell you, I took a look at it not too long ago. It's actually really nice. It's visually stimulating and just very bright and cheerful, and just visually, it's really a nice aesthetic. I mean, it's really nice.
Wait till
So
Halloween.
definitely check that out.
It'll be
Yeah.
spooky.
And you do all that too, right? I mean, you do everything.
Yeah, I just like to just dabble in things. Again, that's where the ADHD comes in. It's like, oh, I must try this. See if I'm good at it.
Rabbit.
It's mine now. All mine.
Oh my gosh. Have you ever played a character, kind of an ADHD character, a cosplayed one that's like really.
Ooh, ooh, have I? I mean, I do like some of the crazier and psychotic characters. I do like to do cosplay those. Like
Hmm.
Harley Quinzel, and where's some more? I did Hello once.
You
Uh,
should do rabbit. You should do the rat or the Mad Hat. No, the rabbit. Is it Mad Hat? No, the rabbit from Alice in Wonderland. There's
That was on my list too.
yeah, he's always late.
Always
Late for an
late.
important date. Yes, right.
Yes. I'm late for a very important date.
How would you set something like that up? So let's say you're gonna do, the Mad Hatter, right?
Mhm.
And or you're gonna do, these. How would you? I mean, with something with fur, for instance, a rabbit. What would you do? How would you do that? Something like that.
With fur, like a fursuit. Oh, I haven't actually made a fursuit, but I watched plenty of tutorials on it, and it looks like something that I never want to make.
So how would you do a bunny then?
So for a bunny, I would probably use a lot of like prosthetics for the face.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Are we doing cute bunny or evil bunny?
The bunny from Alice in Wonderland.
From Alice. I like to add my own twist to
Yeah.
it. So
All right, all right. Let's get crazy
so
with it. Let's
we'll do
brainstorm it.
normal Alice. Yeah, I would probably do some facial prosthetics and then body paint. Maybe add like a bust of fur right here and then their little outfit and then do fur sleeves and probably like fur legs, but I probably would never do a full fur suit. Yeah.
All right, all right. So now let's make it into a horror character. Let's take it one step further. What do you do to make it a horror character?
Okay, so for a horror character, we're still going to do the cute little bunny prosthetics. We're going to sharpen those bunny teeth up a little bit. We're going to take some blue and red yarn and pull it apart and put it on our face to make veins.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And then let's see, we'll probably put some red contacts in because bunnies albino, it makes sense, right? And then we're gonna drip a little blood down our face from our eyes because it had too much to drink. And then the outfit is going to be ripped and shredded. We're probably going to add a couple extra arms to that, stitch it up a bit. Ooh.
See, I'd still be at that's where I'd still be there. You're already like you've already got the costume design. I'm still thinking
does this all the time.
wow. See, I think that's really, I don't have that. He's creative. I don't have that. And so I'm always amazed at that level of creativity. I think it's absolutely just amazing. And actually, it's kind of funny talking about, well, even a bigger surprise, you're painting. You paint, you draw and paint, right?
Yeah.
You have something to show us, right?
I do. It's not all right. It's all cartoon stuff, so it's not like I don't have a Van Gogh. But yeah.
But you know what? You never know. It could be a Van Gogh one day.
Right. I have a husk.
It could be a Van Maddox.
Yes. And then I have Cheshire. I do
Nice.
a lot. I sell a lot on Whatnot, so usually I'll throw up hey, I'm going on Whatnot at this time. Come, Bob deserved better. Oh, this one's my favorite, Raggedy Ann.
Oh, that's cool.
I did this one in October for my horror collection because Annabelle started from a Raggedy Ann doll, so I was like, going back to the basics.
Let me ask you this: with your drawings, do you make them one of a kind? In other words, you only do it one time and you print it. When you paint it.
Yeah, they're all on canvas, so nothing is the same.
Wow. Do you use acrylics or what do you use? I'm kind of curious.
I use acrylic and then I use watercolor markers. Those are my go-to.
All right. He's the artiste here. So, I mean, you're speaking his language. For me, I just know to ask the question. I don't, outside of there. Other than that, he's the maestro with those things. So you've done so many characters. Now, if you could, think about you have an unlimited budget, all right? And if you have an unlimited budget and unlimited resources, what would be the character that you would cosplay?
Oh, I would really, really, really want to do. This is such a hard question because there's so many, so many. But I think after careful consideration and thinking, I would want to do a proper xenomorph queen.
Oh, oh,
Like the
wow.
stilts and latex molding and casting and sculpting and all of the things, which I haven't really had a chance to learn how to do. I really want to. I've done a little bit of sculpting, but nothing crazy. But
That would be insane.
mhm.
Holy guacamole, you know the xenomorph, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
Holy cow. See, it's so funny because she, for somebody as young as you, I mean, you got to be 30-ish, give or take, maybe, you know, I mean, Alien and 30, what was that? 35? Oh my goodness. See, I was close. So young,
Yeah, you
but
was
I mean,
like,
for Alien in Dungeons and Dragons or D&D, and all these things, it's like, wow, this is really cool because again, yeah, and I guess there are some things that transcend time,
mhm,
right? Ghostbusters will transcend time. Grease, some of the 50s types of concepts, mixed with different things. I think that's kind of cool mixing those two concepts, what you're talking about earlier. And it's so amazing. But just the fact that you know that and you have that breadth of knowledge and that you pull from all of these different times in history or present to past, and
mhm.
then all these different genres and you mix them together. I mean, that's really kind of cool. I mean, that shows originality. For me, I have my Shanks cosplay, which I bought. I have my buggy from One Piece, which I bought, and I have although I'm really proud of my Captain Jack Sparrow, which I haven't shown off yet. I bought it, but I had it made. So it's like
Awesome.
for me, it's those. That's as far as my creativity goes. It's like I got to make sure I size it right, so I tell them what size it needs to be. It's like that's it. But I
Well,
mean to be able to
creativity
pull from
isn't
other
just
things,
about the costume, though.
I know, but the creativity just blows my mind. I think that's what makes it so special with people like you that it's not just about putting on a costume. There's so much that goes into it, and that and people who cosplay, from what I've understood and what I've learned, is that they're all types and they do it for all sorts of reasons, and it's a great way to express and have fun. It's a non-judgmental place, but then you have those people who just get the costume and wear it to show to enjoy it and cosplay, play out their characters. And
Mhm.
then you have the people who conceive things and they design it and they bring it to life, you know, with their own little flair and those little nuances. And that's a special thing. That's a special kind of person. And I think, and it's all very important, I think, but it's so neat to see people like you who can just do all these really neat things, really amazing things and bring all these things together and produce something that's maybe based on something, but still very original. It's like a song when you take an old song and you sing it a different way. You kind of create your own. You own it, and that's really neat to see with your characters. Is you own, you take something that's existing and then you transform it into something that you own. That's about you. And so I think that's really kind of cool, and that's why I really, really love this.
Yeah, it's completely just it's crazy because I'll be scrolling through and some like you said something will catch your eye and you'll have to stop and you have to look at it and then I go into a rabbit hole with it. I see the finished piece and I was like, okay, what? How did they get there? So then I have to go and look at their work in progress pictures. They have to go back up to their bio and Instagram and be like, oh my God, do they have a YouTube? Should I watch some of their stuff? And I'll get to go to that. And then YouTube will bring up similar things. And then I fall down a rabbit hole. I'm just like, this is amazing. I love it. I love what I do. I love cosplay. I love people who cosplay. Everybody is an inspiration.
And that's what I love about this, and it's always so refreshing. And in a time when there's so much negativity, there's still places where people can go and be positive and be themselves and have fun and interact with people, and so it's so refreshing to know that this is still there.
Yes.
Um, oh man, I so many questions, so many questions. Tell me, so kind of on a separate note, I mean, you've had this extraordinary time in cosplay, and you do all these things, and you create all these things. What, when you look at all this in all this time, what has it provided for you? What other opportunities has, being a part of professional cosplay provided to you?
Oh, that's another loaded question. It's always like small opportunities that come up first. So when I technically started cosplaying and taking it seriously in 2015, that's when, I had those getting invited to like London. I got invited to Doctor Who convention in
Cool.
Italy. And again, I thought it was a scam because like I had no idea it was even a thing, and then you keep going and then people are asking you to go to their conventions and you're like, what do I do? And you learn from that and you take those experiences and then now you're able to say, well, I can do a panel, so you have things to talk about because you have these experiences under your wing now. Then after panels you're hosting, and you might not even be hosting a costume contest or a convention. You may be moderating chit chats for voice actors. You may be hosting events, because convention owners talk and event owners talk. And so there's a little crisscross and cross promotions and opportunities there. And then once people start talking and you start networking, it kind of landed me into a position of being an appearance agent for a handful of voice actors.
So what does that mean? What is an appearance agent?
It's basically a person that is booking conventions or events for the talent to do a signing at. So basically, what
Oh,
I was doing for myself, I'm doing for other people now that people want more.
that's got to
So
be a
it's
lot, though. I
here
mean, there's so many conventions. I mean, it's got to be. Where do you find time?
at work.
We might need to edit this piece. Well, I mean, seriously, I mean, you got so much going on. It's amazing. And I guess that's the ADHD. Your brain's just going all the time, and you just have to, you know, once you turn off, it turns off. But once you turn back on, it's, go to sleep. When you wake up, it's like, whoop, there it goes again.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So like that, I never thought I would be, I guess, friends with anyone in a industry or like doing voiceover work or actors or anything like that. I'm just like, I'm just little Kristin, I'm just a little cosplayer. That's me.
mm,
And
being a little shy there. I think you're just a little more than just a little cosplayer.
it's really funny because like the word professional is such a big word for me. And when I think of a professional cosplayer, I don't think of myself as a professional cosplayer. Yes, I travel to conventions and I do get paid to go to conventions and stuff like that. Is it a lot of money? No, it's not. But I believe that is what people think of professionalism when it comes to being a cosplayer, that you are getting invited and you are getting paid and you are traveling but when I think of it, I think of like Kenpatu and Kemi Cosplay and Stella Chu and Yaya and stuff. These people that are constantly like providing us tutorials and YouTubes and like patterns to cut out, people that are constantly pushing like their fabric and stuff that they make, and they have turned it into a full industry for professionals like me to like strive for.
Kind of bring me to that. So you keep bringing up a couple different people.
Uh-huh.
So let's do your dream list here, your dream wish list. So if they're watching, who is that one person, in the industry? Doesn't necessarily cosplay, could be voice, could be, any. Who would be that one person in a convention that you would like to collaborate with?
Ooh, ooh. All right. Okay, so can I do like a collaborate and then do one that I would love to meet one day?
Oh, there we go. Okay, and so we'll make sure we get it out there.
Okay, even though my work is not up to par with theirs, I would love to collaborate with Kentatsu Cosplay.
Uh-huh.
Her stuff is all so cute and she just transforms into character, and I don't know, I just think she's so adorable and I love her work and everything. Um, she seems to have a really good online personality too, which makes me smile because she's always super positive. Or Cami Cosplay, because again, she's adorable and her work is amazing. And I would just want them to just put me under their wing and adopt me and teach me their ways. And if I could ever meet anyone, it'd be Sigourney Weaver.
Well, of course, going back to Alien now.
Alien,
Well, also Ghostbusters.
yeah,
Oh my goodness.
I
Why
love.
Sigourney? That's interesting.
I would pass out if I had the opportunity to meet her. It would just be like, "Hello, my name is Lil."
All right. Well, Sigourney Weaver, if you're out there, you can reach out to us, or when we put everything down there, and if hopefully she catches this, and somebody who knows her catches it and reaches out. Hopefully, that'd be really, really super cool. Oh my
That would
gosh,
be
Sigourney
really
Weaver.
cry.
She's so
I'll cry
awesome.
myself
She's
to
so
sleep
awesome.
for a month of happy
Holy cow.
tears.
What's your favorite movie or show with her?
Alien 2.
Alien 2. Oh, okay. All right. And her character was what's the character's name?
Ripley.
Ripley. That's right. That's right.
Yes, and she's in the big mech suit, and she takes on the
Oh,
xenomorph.
that's right.
Yeah, I'm just like, this is who I want to be when I grow up.
Interesting. All right. All right. Well, hopefully that can happen. Hopefully that can happen. That'd be really cool. Oh my gosh. You have to let us know if it happens.
I will. I will.
All right. So, you know, kind of bringing it to now, give us a little idea of some of what's to come, let's say later this year. Maybe some different, what are the next events that you're going to?
Ooh, so one of them I'm really excited about is the 1940s ball. It's not a convention, but we're doing a 1940s ball in Boulder, in Colorado.
Oh,
And
wow.
I get to host the costume contest there. And I'm very excited. It's just something completely different than my regular Comic Cons.
Sure.
I'm excited to see all of the 1940s like designs. The costume contest is themed with the Golden Age comic books. So we're
Oh,
gonna
wow. Oh,
superheroes or 1940s inspired characters. Oh,
sure.
it's
That
great.
would be cool.
So cool. It's so cool.
Interesting. Golden. See, and she even knows comics. I mean, Golden Age. Come on.
I worked at a comic book store a long time ago.
You
So
know, anything else? It's just like these things keep popping. It's amazing. It's amazing the breadth. I mean, it's just really kind of cool. Yeah, it's it's you find people every once in a while. I mean, you find somebody my age, yeah, we can regurgitate that stuff. Somebody your age, if you get one of those, we're doing good too. I mean, this is like a gold mine. So, okay, hold on. I got to pull this. Let's see. So we have Golden Age. Um, Favorite Marvel character.
ooh, I'm not a Marvel fan, but that's okay. I'm a DC girl.
Uh-oh.
It's okay. It's okay. Marvel, let's see. I'm going to just have to stay basic and just go with Rogue.
Okay.
It's
Oh,
a southern
okay.
accent for me. I grew up watching X-Men.
All right.
So
Good.
now she's more relatable.
Mm-hmm.
Colorado, where no one does have my accent. It's just like, I'll do the Rogue character. I'm good. I can be her.
That's funny. Then you just have to find the gambit.
He's in there.
Does he have the accent?
No, he doesn't. He has a horrible southern accent too. He tried and it's so bad.
Just out of curiosity, where's he from?
Here, Colorado.
Ah, okay. He just happens to have an accent.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Fun.
funny. Wow. Interesting. Okay, so now DC is your thing. So
Mhm.
give us your DC favorite.
Okay, so of course I have to go with the classic Harley Quinn. I love White Rabbit. White Rabbit's design is super cool. The whole Mad Hatter, Alice in Wonderland that they kind of did with the DC thing is really cool. I
Mhm.
love that. Um, let's see some more of my DCs. I'm having a brain fart right now.
What you should do is like a Cloak and Dagger.
I
Cloak,
love Cheshire from DC.
Cheshire.
One of my
Oh no,
favorite.
Cloak and Dagger's Marvel, but I think was it Cloak and Dagger Marvel or DC?
Marvel.
Ah, so you guys could cosplay Cloak and Dagger. That'd be a cool one. I think you guys that would be a good one for you.
Look, I
Cloak and
never
Dagger.
even heard of that one.
Check it out, Cloak and
I
Dagger.
will. I will. Let's see. I like Huntress. Oh, Artemis is.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Miss Martian. I love Miss Martian from DC.
Oh wow. It's so funny because you really find the really obscure ones, which is kind of interesting. It's funny you do really kind of follow kind of a nostalgic kind of um pursuit.
It just takes me a minute to like for my brain to buffer.
No,
Like,
no, no. I
Young
mean, I'm kind of
Justice.
throwing it at you.
Yeah, Young Justice
So
is one of my favorite animations or animated DC shows. If you haven't seen Young Justice League,
yes, yes.
it's amazing. And so that's when I
That-
fell in love with Miss Martian and her character and like what she's about and the
That's
story.
on that's on Prime, right?
It might be. I remember I watched it years ago when it was on Netflix.
Yeah. I know they bounce around all the time.
They do, but it's definitely worth watching.
No, it is. It is. Now, have you watched Invincible? There's a lot of good,
I
like
love it. So we're catching up on season 2 right now. So yes,
me too.
is great. Um,
You have to do Adam Eve.
she is on the list.
Okay. See, there we go.
Yes, yes. I
There
love
we go.
her
And also the the boys.
I
Lots
have
of good characters from the
watched
boys. You haven't watched the boys?
I know, not yet. I'm gonna be starting it soon. I keep hearing that I'm going to love it. It's very violent. It's funny. It's right up
Oh,
my alley. So
you're gonna love it. I mean, everything I've known about you so far, I mean, you're gonna love it. It's hysterical.
I've already had a few people recommend a certain character that they want to see me in.
Oh, that would be Starlight? Yeah, absolutely. I can see that. I can see you being Starlight. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yep, yep, yep.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
because Maeve is a little older.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, Starlight for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because I don't think you could be Billy Butcher. I don't think you'd pull it off too well.
Yeah,
So
yeah. But I'll probably get started on that one after we finish Invincible because it's by the same creators, correct?
yeah,
Yeah.
right. And also from Supernatural, because you have Robert Kripke who did Supernatural and then did Invincible and The Boys, and that's why you see a lot of crossover, like Jensen Ackles and Jensen and
Is
oh
it
my God,
Jared?
Jensen and Jared Padalecki.
Jared?
You see Jensen's been in The Boys. I think Padalecki's coming into it too. So you see, and then a lot of characters, and if you watch Supernatural, Bobby, he's been in it as Bobby. So I mean, there's a lot of crossover, which is a lot of fun. I mean, I was a Supernatural fan, so I love that.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So not about me, it's about you. So kind of bringing it around though. Think about you know the wisdom of Kristin. All right, it's that time for the wisdom. All right, what final message would you have for any aspiring cosplayer watching this? And this is, again, everybody, this is the wisdom according to Kristin.
Cosplay for yourself. Don't cosplay because it's popular. Don't cosplay because it's a trend or it's competition. Don't be pushed into it by your friends. Cosplay for yourself. You're going to enjoy it more. Find characters that you like. Do the cosplay the way you want to do. There's no wrong way to cosplay. At the end of the day, it's about your happiness, not about other
And
people. It's all about you.
And do you have a list, for anybody who wants to meet you live? I mean, do you have on your website, do you have or on any of your social media, a list of all the different places and events you're going to be attending this year?
I do. So if you do go to my website, I believe it's both on the mobile and PC. It's in the left hand corner. It's a little drop down menu on the giant picture. And you can just go to appearances and it'll show all my appearances last year and all of my appearances this year. And if you are a con owner or event owner, you do want me at your convention, I do have a booking tab too. So you can book me straight from my website.
And we're definitely going to be pushing this out there in front of a lot of those people. So we definitely hope so. And I hope that we get you out here in Utah. I mean, we like to travel to cons and stuff like that. And, we always love to. I mean, we've come across, like Mariel Clark and people, at different conventions. So it's always so much fun to meet everybody, in person, even the voice actors or actors and meeting people. I mean, it's so fabulous like this anyway. To us, it's amazing that, and we're incredibly thankful that you've taken the time to share with us and our subscribers. And, we are so appreciative of it because I know you have so much going on, and to take that time out and to share with everybody is just an amazing thing. You're an amazing person. You're so much fun. You're so just dynamic and bubbly and obviously creative. So, everybody, make sure we're going to have everything in the details about how to reach her, her website, different social media posts, things like that. We're going to also have some video. We're going to put up some of her video of her in her costumes and some pictures. So make sure you check these things out and send her some love. So, and if you're if you're a convention, if you run conventions or running with the talent and things like that, check her out, and get her booked. So, anything else you'd like to share? Because again, this has been absolutely fantastic for us. And again, we're so appreciative and again, I'm always just really thrilled and just to meet people like you. So it's always really kind of a treat.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it about me. I do have, if you do go to my website and go all the way down to the bottom page, if you are a cosplay builder and you do competitions, I do have a build book organizer you can purchase that I made. Yeah.
Hey, support. This
Yep.
is one of for her to bring these things. Support her. Just like anything else. Show her the love, support. These are a lot of great tools. Do you ever put on? What you should do is do like some online virtual classes. Do you ever do those where you teach about cosplay or maybe how to design?
I have thought about doing those, and there was one point where I did have the time to do it, and I put it on my page, but there was little to no interest at that time. Yeah, it's
Kind of
very
hard, yeah.
to advertise for stuff like that.
All right. Well,
It is.
well, anybody out there, if you want to, reach out to her and see, because again, she's got a lot of knowledge. And I can tell you from seeing just a portion of the collection that she has, it'll blow your mind. So it will blow your mind. Bigger than that, so I have a big head, so it goes bigger, So
There's not
so
much. I
so
think
definitely, yeah. He's from the South. So, well, anyway, so thank you so much for joining us. I mean, again, this has been fantastic. I look forward to collaborating with you on other things. Hopefully meeting you in person at a convention. We're definitely going to check out what your schedule is and see if we have anything that's going to cross over when we're traveling to shows and stuff like that. Because I think it's going to be really cool, and we'd love to just get you on video live and just do some live stream. I think that'd be really super fantastic.
that'll be so much fun.
Yeah. So other than that, again, everybody make sure send the love, check her out, and check out her sites too. And her websites and all the cool things she does. And if you have any questions, send them to her, send them to us. We'll get them to her. And other than that, enjoy.